Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us. We now get reaction from the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal. We're joined by Provincial Secretary Bheki Mtolo. Mr. Mtolo, good morning and thank you very much for your time. I'm sure you would have heard that interview. It seems Mr. Shabalala wants to challenge the legitimacy of the PEC and even the REC of the Josiah Gumede. Just talk to us about your understanding of this case, because it's actually the PEC before you that would have handled this particular matter. But what do you know of it? And what are you planning to do about it?
No, thanks very much. Good morning to your viewers. I think this is an old case from 2021 processes of the regional conference of the ANC in Josiah Gumede. What happened is that there was a particular dispute that was followed up until it was ruled by the National Dispute Resolution Committee. Then they went to court for several times until they went to court during lockdown. And then what they happened is that they submitted to the papers to Luthuli House, and at that time the staff at Luthuli House was on strike, and they gave it to security. And the ANC could not file opposing papers. Then that's how they therefore accidentally got a default judgment, which the ANC is applying for the rescission of that default judgment, so that matters can be debated on the merit in the court. And I think we want to follow that, discuss that in detail, because our matter will be ventilated in court on Wednesday by headquarters, because they've taken headquarters, by the way, to court, not the province. They didn't join us on the proceedings.
Yes, so for you it's just that they are, at least at the very least, challenging the legitimacy of the PEC, but not necessarily that you have been joined to that particular case. But thanks for the clarity now. At the very least, we know that
they can't challenge they can't challenge the legitimacy of the PEC. Remember, that branch that they challenge, let's say at a worst case scenario, that even if the court still sustained that branch, that BGM that elected delegates to a regional conference were elected illegitimate.
Yes.
But it must rerun. But the processes that elected delegates to a provincial conference, it was done in 2022, and they didn't dispute that. It was separate processes. And then it's one branch, and it had no material effect on the provincial conference of more than 790 branches.
And that was now, really the concern, that would it be a situation where one branch, we're talking about the Anton Lambede branch here, it goes on to impact the regional conference and then ultimately impacts the provincial conference? I mean, one would not really fully appreciate how the constitution would work of the African National Congress, but one branch seems to be challenging the legitimacy of two conferences, a regional conference as well as a provincial conference.
The only thing it can impact the regional conference is when if its participation in the regional conference, when it is removed, it was not supposed to participate. It affects the threshold of 70%, same as the province. But the only thing that I think Comrade Shabalala is not appreciating is that the processes that led to the provincial conference, which were held in 2022, they didn't dispute that those processes had irregularities. It means delegates were elected legitimately. Those delegates were elected by the membership of Anton Lambede branch. They participated in a legitimate process that participated in the provincial conference. Secondly is that the guidelines have removed the structures of the ANC of presiding over branches. If you look at the guidelines from both the provincial conference and the current national conference, a branch is given a power to elect what is called electoral committee or an electoral officer who will preside over the branch. Then, even if the REC is there or not there, it doesn't affect the participation. The branch is a basic unit. It runs its own meetings. Then there's no direct link between what happens at that branch in Anton Lambede 2021 and what happens in 2022 provincial conference. There's literally zero link those processes.
And then just for clarity yet again, you're saying come Wednesday, the ANC, your headquarters, will be seeking a rescission of that particular judgment?
Of the default judgment.
Of the order,
because currently,
yes.
I think it's not our, it's a default order. It's a default order.
Yes, it's the order. It was unopposed. So they'll be seeking the rescission?
Yes, they are seeking the rescission, and I can tell you the prospect of success of that rescission are at least above 90%.